Good morning, my dear students. So, today we are going to take up the second chapter in the book Beehive, and the name of the lesson is The Sound of Music. This chapter has two parts in it, part 1 and part 2. In part 1, we are going to learn about a girl by named Evelyn Glennie. Evelyn Glennie is a person with a physical disability, but she makes her life successful through her work. She is a girl who cannot hear anything. She is a deaf girl. But though she is deaf, she makes music her life. And how she becomes successful in life is what we are going to learn in this particular lesson. Before you read, God may have taken her hearing, but He has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. So, this is a quote what we need to keep in our mind. We all hear and we feel. Evelyn feels without hearing far better than us, and that's what makes her so successful as a musician. Now let's read her wonderful story, how she becomes successful in life. Rush hour crowds jostle for position on the underground train platform. Now they are talking about a train platform where there is rush hour crowds. Crowds means many people together, a group of people. Rush hour, it's a peak of the hour. Jostle, they push each other for the position on the underground train platform. Now you can imagine a railway station where there are many people trying to find a place to stand. A slight girl, slight here means a small and thin girl, looking younger than her 17 years. She is 17-year-old, was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibrations of the approaching train. Now a young girl of 17 years is standing there in the railway station. She is waiting for her train. She is feeling excited by feeling the vibrations of the approaching train. It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London, and daunting enough for any teenager fresh from the Scottish farm. Now she was going to play her music in the Royal Academy of Music in London, and it was really frightening for a teenager like her. But this aspiring musician means a person who really wants to take up music as her profession, faced a bigger challenge than most. She had a greater challenge than being a teenager. She was profoundly deaf. She was a deaf girl. She couldn't hear anything. Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing had been gradual. Her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. They called her name and she didn't move. I suddenly realized she hadn't heard, says Isabel Glennie. Now, when Evelyn was 8 years old, her hearing loss had already started, and when she was waiting to play the piano, her mother says they called her name, but she didn't move. Then her mother realizes that she had not heard what was told to her. For quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers. Evelyn was trying to act in front of her friends and teachers that she was normal. But by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated, and her headmistress urged her parents to take her to a specialist. Now, but when she was 11, her marks had deteriorated. Deteriorated means come down too much, and her headmistress requested her parents to take her to a ear specialist. It was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage. Now, this girl had undergone a damage in the nerve which led to the brain, which would help in hearing. They were advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to school for the deaf. Now, the advice was given that she should be given hearing aids and she should be sent to special school for the deaf children. Everything suddenly looked black, says Evelyn. Evelyn says, at that point of time, everything turned black for me. I had nothing else to do. But Evelyn was not going to give up. She was determined to lead a normal life and pursue her interest in music. Now, this girl was very interested in music and she decided that she would lead a normal life and she will surely continue her interest in music. One day she noticed a girl playing a xylophone. Now, xylophone is a type of musical instrument, children. You can see the photograph of a xylophone over here. Most of the teachers discouraged her, but percussionist Ron Forbes spotted her potential. Now she saw a girl playing xylophone and Evelyn wanted to play it. But most of the teachers told since she is deaf, she cannot play it. But percussionist means the person who plays drums, tablas, everything. Ron Forbes spotted her potential. Potential means her ability to do things. He began by tuning two large drums to different notes. Don't listen through your ears, he would say. Try to sense it some other way. Now, since Evelyn is deaf, she cannot hear. So now her master Ron Forbes tells her, don't listen to your ears, but try it some other way. Suddenly I realized I could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down. Now Evelyn is able to hear to the vibrations of the drum. The higher drum, the bigger drum, she could feel it from her upper part of the body and the other one through the lower part of her body. Forbes repeated the exercise and soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes in different parts of her body. I had learned to open my mind and body to sounds and vibrations. The rest was sheer determination and hard work. Now Evelyn developed a capacity, though she couldn't hear what she did. The vibrations of the instruments could be felt by her at different parts of her body. That is how Evelyn learnt the music, by vibrations, and rest was very important, was determination and hard work. She never looked back from the point onwards. She toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. From that time onwards, she made it a point that she will never look back. She will go further and she will become a musician. She goes on a tour to United Kingdom with the youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16 years, she decided that music will be her life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Academy. Auditioning means giving a short performance. Okay, you know auditions. Many auditions go on for various types of contests and all. Now here she also went for an audition in Royal Academy of Music and she scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Academy. She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performances. At the end of her 3-year course, she had captured most of the top awards. Now, from orchestra, she moves on to solo performance, means individual performances. She used to do individual performances. And she won many awards in her 3-year tenure. And for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. If you work hard I know where you're going, you will get there. Now, Evelyn never says that it is a heroic achievement or something different. She says if you work hard and if you are having a great determination to do it, you can reach that heights. And she got right to the top, the world's most sought after multi percussionist with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments and hectic international schedule. After doing so much, she becomes a sought after, that means the most wanted multi percussionist. Multi percussionist means she could play many instruments with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments. She had many instruments known to her and a hectic international schedule. That means she was invited everywhere to play the music. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. It's really fascinating, intriguing, fascinating, shocking, curious to see Evelyn perform so well without hearing. In our 2 hour discussion, she never missed a word. Men with bushy beards give me trouble. She laughed. It is not just watching the lips, it's the whole face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11, she says. But that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. Now, this girl shows, though she is deaf, she speaks very well. She speaks really very well with a good expression on her face and on her eyes. She speaks flawlessly. Flawlessly means without even a mistake. In a Scottish lilt. Lilt means Scottish way of speaking. Then she says, my speech is clear because she could hear till she was 11. But she even speaks French and Japanese also. But we really do not know how. As for music, she explains, it pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in my skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. By leaning against the drums, she can feel the resonances flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibrations pass through her bare feet and up to her legs. Now, this is how she plays the music. She says, the music just gets into my body. It even tingles. It makes a pricking sensation on my skin. And when I just uh, lean or just go and touch the drums, she can feel the resonance. Resonance means the sound, the echo of the sound flowing into her. And if the performance is on a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibrations pass on through her bare feet. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audiences. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Says master percussionist James Blades, God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. When we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. So, you remember these lines in the beginning of the story, my dear children? We read the same thing. The master percussionist James Blades says that God might have taken away her hearing capacity, but she has been gifted with something extraordinary, wherein she can feel music better than what we hear. That is why she plays it so well. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. Workaholic means she is very much into work. I have just got to work, often harder than classical musicians, but the rewards are enormous. Apart from regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. Now, apart from regular performances, she goes to prison, jails, and hospitals and gives free performances there. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. Anne Richlin of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says she is a shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. Now she has become an inspirational girl for the children. She has become an inspirational girl for the deaf children. Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped, people who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. Now, for Evelyn Glennie, she is an inspiration to everybody, a role model for people who are physically challenged. There is nothing impossible, my dear children. You people are blessed with everything. When people like Evelyn Glennie can come out with such a wonderful talent for the entire world, why not you? Even you can come out as as a wonderful challenge for everybody. And this story should be very inspiring for students like you, because you have to remember that you are blessed with everything. You have no physical disability. You are blessed with everything, and you can perform better than anybody. This is a very inspirational story of the young Evelyn Glennie, who, though she was deaf, has come up to the high levels in her life. So this completes your part 1 of the second chapter in the book Beehive. I'll be sending you the notes. Go through the chapter. I'll be sending you the PDF file. Read the chapter thoroughly and try to understand the chapter. If you have any doubts, you can feel free to contact me. I'll be sending you the notes of the chapter also. Kindly ensure that you copy down the notes in your notebooks. Thank you, children.